contract was not renewed. But we know what that means. I could see it coming a mile away, so I was prepared for it, but I can't lie, it was devastating. I'd never lost a job. I've always had a job before I quit the next one. So it was really a struggle for me. And so I started thinking, how do I recover and reinvent myself from this? So I made a playlist. I always have a soundtrack, and so this is the excerpts of my Spotify playlist that you can actually find on Spotify. It does exist. The first feeling I had was anger. I was really livid. And even though I knew that this was going to happen, it didn't help. I still felt really angry. And so the first song was Bust Your Windows by Jasmine. And if you don't know the song, it is exactly what you think it is. The second set of songs were 99 Problems by Jay-Z and Problem by Ariana Grande. Whichever one you like, I have one less problem without that board. So I ended up doing a road trip about a month after I lost my job. My best friend from high school was another 50-year-old male, and we were both unemployed. And so we started planning this road trip literally the day I lost my job. So the song for that road trip was Beautiful Day by U2. U2 is a band from the 80s. It's a band we listened to back then, so it brought a lot of nostalgia. And then Beautiful Day really was a description of this road trip. We drove through Arizona and New Mexico, saw beautiful sights, amazing street art, great company. It was a great way for the first month to not focus on losing my job and focus on planning a road trip. But when I got back home, I still felt shame. I had never lost a job. And so lots of negative statements were running through my head. I am worthless, I'm a failure, I'll never get another job. And those words were hurtful, were harmful. I really needed to give myself compassion. So the next songs on my list were really about helping me give myself that compassion. Don't Be So Hard on Yourself by Jess Glynn is one of those songs. And it has a great lyric that everyone trips, everyone falls, so don't be so hard on yourself. I needed to remind myself of that during this time. And then I'm Gen X, so You Gotta Be by Desiree. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. I mean, some people here can sing along with me. So, during my sabbatical, I was in San Diego. And so I went on walks every day, about an hour a day. And so I just took lots of walks, healing myself, usually with my partner, often with friends. So the song for that is Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. Because what else is more San Diego than sunshine and waves? But I still had a decision to make. Where do I go with my career? Do I continue looking at associations? Do I do something else? I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was still struggling with this. Luckily, I had a great executive coach, Pam Green, and she dropped a little nugget. She asked, "Are you still seeing clients?" I'm a licensed psychologist. And she said, "I have several people who would love to see a therapist." And I started thinking about it, but I was reluctant. I had to open my heart to this idea. And I talked to some colleagues in the association industry. They loved this idea of essentially doing therapy with executives, with association leaders. So I took the leap. I started my own business, executive therapy and consulting. I started doing keynotes. I've done dozens of keynotes. I've worked with dozens of clients across the country. And I have truly loved it. The new theme song for this part of my life is, I'm living my life like it's golden. And I said, you can find this playlist on Spotify.